got a good baby daddy. Because I wish my baby daddy would have me in the street like, you heard Tasha's a quackhead. Did you hear that? quackhead, you know about it? Like, that would be me. Hi guys, welcome to Tasha Reacts. Welcome to Tasha Reacts. Hope it's all well, it's all good in the hood. Hi, my name is Tasha. I do have another channel called Tachassociety where I do hair, beauty, mostly hair over there. And I do have another channel called Tasha Jean where I do story times. Check me out. Alright? I know. I haven't been consistent. I'm so sorry. I have been really going through a lot. Okay, so I am trying to be as consistent as I can, but I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like, life has really been lifing, and the devil has been trying to knock me out, okay? And he's been winning, okay? The devil has been winning, and I'm trying to win, okay? I'm trying to get up. The devil has been pop, pop, bing, 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 boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get back to myself, all right? So please bear with me. I know I haven't been consistent, so I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been subscribed to me, who has still been here, still been riding with me. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody who still is here. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I promise you, when I get my life in order, I got you, all right? Baby, I want to say this is a reaction channel. Maybe I do talk. Maybe some. Oh, I forgot to say the main part. All right. So this is a reaction channel. So I usually leave the person's information down in the description. No. What the hell? Let me put my disclaimer out there. If you're a person who do not have time for the talking, baby, I do talk. I talk a lot. Sometimes I rant. Sometimes I vent. Sometimes I get a little bit off topic. If you're a person who's like, damn girl, I don't got time for the talking. I just want to hear the story. I do leave the person's information down below. And a lot of time, other reactors do usually react to a lot of these stories. Okay? Baby. Alright? So this is a viewer's choice.
This is the viewer's choice. What is it? It's your choice.
Actually sent this to me. So I am going to be shouting her out. Baby. So let's get started.
Alright, since y'all love my story time so much, let me tell y'all about the one time that me getting high ended me up in the motherfucking psych ward. Okay?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. She said, super sober stories, crack chronicles. She's like, quack it. You're taking the quack. Oh. I wasn't expecting that. Like the quack. Like the Hey, who am I to judge? I have 2 baby daddies. I'm not no better than you. But I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
It sounds like I'm really here now, but that's just my kids in the background, okay? She should be in a straight jacket. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I had drugs in my system or she was just outside with me. I don't know. But she's certified crazy. She walks around like a boogie with the hoodie, for real. And like, I tell her something and she looks at me and she does this. Like, she don't even know how to cross her arms right. Like, she's supposed to say no. But anyway. So, one time I was in federal probation. So, on federal probation, I had a PO that would just pop up at my house. So, like, I wish I could say his name, but wherever I could see him. Because I ended up trying to do federal drug court, and I failed. So, I just ended up maxing out my time. And here I am trying to do drug court again in the state. But I'm actually acing it this time. You see these muscles? Yeah, big dog, okay? But, so, my federal PO would pop up anytime, any place I was at. So, he would call me. Sometimes he would just knock on my door. And my son has autism. Imagine trying to get him to be quiet. You know, because the police knocking at the door. Sometimes I just had to go ahead and turn myself in and squat and cough because I already knew it was coming. But I'd be at work. He'd pop up. Oh my God, I got another story for y'all, but I'll tell y'all another day. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all now. One time he popped up while I was at work, and I already knew I was dirty because I had this thing called Toxin Red, but it costs like $200. You order it offline. Let me not tell none of y'all no bad habits, so never mind. But it took too long to get there. And once you start taking the stuff, if you mess it up, then you mess it up. So I had messed it up. I don't understand why I thought I could take detox pills, smoke crack, and then still be detoxed. Doesn't work like that, right? The math's not mathing. And so he should.
You know what I give her though? And I tell you that I am, who is I to judge? I have 2 baby daddies. I love people that are real. Okay? I love watching people who can really like get like I hate listening to people who be like, well, I did take crack, I did this, but it was because my boy made me do this. And if my mama wasn't in my life, and if my daddy wasn't in my life, it's like a person that can take accountability and laugh at themselves like, damn, how I got here. I love watching story times like that. That's how a lot of these story times sometimes I'm like, because a lot of stuff I really want to say, I don't want to say. Because sometimes it's like, damn, bro, like, you gotta sometimes blame you. It can't always be the boy, the girl, the friend, whatever. Like right now, I was saying like the other day, I think somebody was watching my story time that they were telling me like, Tasha, I want you to be real with them. And I said, because if I'm real, I'm gonna get like people gonna try to fight me, and I fight back. So I'm like, you know what? But there's a lot of these story times. There's a lot of things I really be wanting to say. I don't say, but I'm like, I feel like that's being fake. You feel me? Because when I first started, I was real as F-U-C-K. So I think I'm going to go back to being the old Tasha, right? But I like watching these stories and having people be real. Like, take accountability. Like, damn. Like me, I know. Like, I laugh at myself. I have 2 baby daddies. Baby. And both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, wasn't that... It's not like, you know, when you're like, dang, I didn't even know that person. You know, like when people are like, dang, you picked them. That's why I take that out. I pick both, okay? And I'm not gonna talk trash because they're both, we're all young, we're learning, we're people, whatever. But, you know what I'm saying? I can't get mad at nobody because I picked them. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta look at yourself and be like, dang, like I like watching story times. Like at least she's real. Like, yo, I was on this, I was that, had my kid, I was going through this. They're real with yourself. Other people will just play. I hate watching the woe is me story times. That's why in a way I'm like, I want to kind of find other things to do stories. I'll be so tired of listening to people like play victim all the mother effing time. All the time you're a victim.
And so he showed up one time at my job, and my case is over. I'm knocking on wood again, but my case is over, so he really can't come back and get me. So anyway, so he came. He's a dude, so he couldn't watch me pee. I so happened to be on lunch break. I was like, fuck, what am I about to do? Because I'm about to go to jail. Okay, and that's when the marshals would come get me. So I'm like, oh man, I got my son was a baby then. I didn't even have my daughter. But so I didn't know what is there left to do. So I took my lunch, which so happened to be orange oodles and noodles. It was chicken oodles and noodles, and I put the broth in there. You should have seen the parsley and stuff from the seasoning pack floating around in the cup. And I thought, like, if he seen that, then I was just gonna have to tell him I had gonorrhea. But I passed it. It just needed to be warm enough, and they needed to say negative. And shout out to Top Brownin because I won. So anyway, so I was dealing with him all the time. He would pop up on me. So after ducking him for a while, like, he already knew I was up to my bald head hoe shit. So I was like, what can I do? Because I need 3 days to get myself clean. And not knowing I was a chronic crack user, that it really wasn't going to be enough. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to check myself into the mental hospital. Because if I say I'm on suicide, they're going to lock me up for 3 days. I'm going to get out. By the time he pop up when I get out, I'll be clean. So I go in there and I'm like, I need a break. I can't do this no more. Like, I just need a break. So they're like, all right, come on, ma'am. Let me check you in. I'm thinking life is great. Like, I think I got this in the bag, right? So here I am. Soon as I come in, I was in for a rude awakening anyway, because they're like, give me your property, take your clothes off. So I'm used to the procedure, you know. I'm used to that. So I wasn't really phasing it, except for they never gave me my clothes back. They gave me these yellow pair of grippy socks in a hospital gown. And since I was a girl, they gave me 2. No, actually, they only gave me 1 at first. And they said I had to earn my clothes back. And so I'm like, I'm really fake crazy right now. So I'm really not understanding why I really had to be there. But I put myself there because I thought.
Hold on. So if I go to you and I said I'm going through a mental thing, you're going to take my clothes and tell me I have to earn my clothes when I'm telling you I'm going through things? You know, sometimes, like me, I don't be in certain situations, but I told you I worked in the pharmacy for a long, long time, right? So when I used to work in the pharmacy, patients will come to me. I don't know what it was about me, but people always was very comfortable. Like, people will be real about ending people's lives. People will be real about ending their kids' lives. I'm not even being funny. I'm dead ass. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I had a lady who told me that, you know, she lost her child in a house fire because she went to a club. I had stories, okay, for years. Like, people would come to me, and it was the people that was on medication because they would go through certain things, and that's what my boss used to be like, it's something about you, like the patients that's like, you know, schizophrenic, whatever, they're very comfortable talking to me. They're very honest with me, right? But they used to tell me, like, and I don't know if I ever told you the story, like one time this dude tried to drug me with perfume. And when I went to the doctors and I was like it was this lady named Carney. She was a doctor with one arm. I'm not even being funny. I'm dead ass. If I can find her name, I will leave her name. And I always sit here and I advocate until the day I die. If God don't get her, I will. Okay? She had one arm and I was going in and out of consciousness. And she came in and she was like, oh, you think I'm stupid? I know that you're... And I said, whoa. Like, she treated me like shit. She told my family to leave. I'm going to see what's wrong with her. She, I thought, like, she treated me like trash. Like, you think I'm stupid? You think I don't know what you're on? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm going in and out. I'm going in and out and I'm crying. And she's like, she lifted me up with her one arm. With her one arm, and she like started like checking me. She dropped me on the thing and I'm weak, so I'm like, whatever the drug that the dude tried to give me, whatever he tried to do, it's like 1 second you could talk, then you can't. It's like you're in and out, in and out. So when I started crying, and I'm like, no, I'm not lying, like I'm trying to explain, because as soon as I'm like in consciousness, I could talk, and then I go back in this daze, and I could talk, and I go back in this daze, right? And she's like, oh, and I'm crying, and I'm like, and I was telling everybody, like, she hit me, and she's like, oh, I thought you couldn't talk, and she walked out the room. She's like, and then I was like, what the hell? Like, I was so confused. But then as soon as that happened to me, right, I thought of the people that I worked with, the patients, because the patients used to say, well, they were really on drugs for real. Like, the doctors would treat them bad. They will hit them. They will mistreat them. The nurses will hit. And I'm like, doctors, what? But I noticed, if you're on, and a lot of time, even when you're on schizophrenic medication, they treat you different. Not being funny. So that's why I think a lot of patients were so compassionate with me, because I cared. I didn't let the fact that you're on schizophrenic medication, and I'm not being funny. Whenever you're on schizophrenic medication, you're on depression medication, they treat you different. Okay, I remember when my doctor prescribed me a schizophrenic medication by accident because she thought it was a depression medication, but I work at the pharmacy. I know the name of medications. So when she prescribed it to me, my boss was like, absolutely not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why is she giving you a schizophrenic medication? But it worked for both, right? So I went to go tell, like, you know, even when I went to my doctor, they're like, oh, I said, no, they actually prescribed that for they said I had depression, and I work in the pharmacy and I work just schizophrenia. It's the way the doctor's personality changed up. Oh, like, imagine if I was, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, it's something about these doctors, like when they know you're on drugs or schizophrenia, or you go to these facilities, they abuse you. They abuse you. That's why a lot of nursing homes, you have your mother there, your sister there, please keep popping up, because they will hit your mother. I have stories, I'm not even being funny, of working at nursing homes and having people beat these people. Like, I'm not even being funny, okay? I'm not even being funny. But anyways, let me go.
I was being slick. So as I'm doing my intake, they're taking my blood, da-da-da-da-da, and I'm thinking, since I'm in a psych ward, everything is confidential. Why I go up there and they're like, Miss Bailey, to the manager's office, I don't know, the front desk, the nurse's station, whatever. So here I go up there. Now, mind you, I had thought I beat the system. I pick up the phone. They're like, you got a phone call. I'm thinking it's my baby daddy, because he's the only one that knew I took off to the crazy house, you know. I was trying to keep it on the low. Didn't want my plug to know I was crazy. None of that. And so I pick it up, and it's my fucking PO. They somehow then found out I'm in the crazy house. He's like, Tia, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just going through it, you know. I just needed some time because, and he's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I already got your blood results and you're positive for cocaine. Yeah, that was me right then and there. I was like, how the fuck he find out? They just sent my butt off, and I'm like, where's patient confidentiality here? Where's HIPAA when you need them? Nowhere to be found. So now here I am stuck in this crazy house for 3 days. He's also telling me that he's going to pick me up when I'm done. So that I got to turn myself in anyway. So here I am for the next 3 days earning my clothes back, eating off a floppy tray. I ain't got no straw. I ain't got no fork. I don't got nothing. Look at Psycho Sally. I walk around with grippy socks with my ass out in the back, and I'm sitting down like, now I'm mad because here I am stuck in this motherfucker. And these motherfuckers really is crazy. I got one motherfucker to the left of me throwing shit. I got the other girl over there rocking back and forth like she is really nuts. And here I am just detoxing, mad as hell, and I can't get out to get no crack. Worst decision ever. Like when I say I done did some dumb shit in my addiction, that's about the dumbest. And they told me if I ever brought my black ass back, that they was keeping me for 7 days. So never again will I play the crazy part. And if anybody's thinking about going to the crazy house to get out of a piss test, don't do it. That is all. Okay, so a lot of y'all don't really know my story, and I'm really not about to go into it. But let me tell you how I got addicted to crack. Okay. When you say it out loud, it really sounds so fucking ridiculous. Like, looking back. And mind you, I am like a couple 100 days clean. I'm like 6-7 months. So, let me not jinx myself. Knock on wood. But I think that part of my life is over. So, I know these people got these long ass story times. I'm not finna do that. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna get straight to the stem. Okay? Back in the day. Way back in the day. Back, like where 80s had the good crack back in the day. I was doing dope. Okay? I'm not gonna tell you how I did that. I'm not gonna tell you. I just had a friend, and after a while, I was like, shit, let me try it. And then after trying it, the size of my pinky for like 3 days, bitch, I was dope sick. Can I say bitch? Anyway, I was dope sick. So then I decided that I wasn't about to buy my own packs. I was just going to go down to the city, to Baltimore, and get a gram. Okay? Then I thought I was going to become the plug, but I was never the plug. I was the outlet. It seemed. I don't know. Long story short, selling drugs is not for me. Okay? Because the drugs be doing me in, friend. They be doing me in. Okay. But I will state for the fact that, let me put in my own defense, I am the cutest crackhead that you ever will see. Okay? Yes. Some days I look like Nunu, and some days I look like Felicia. But both days I got that bag. Okay. And I don't suck dick for crack. Can I say? I don't know. This is probably about to get bleeped the fuck out, but I don't suck dick for crack. Okay. All my mouth do is talk shit and take hits. Okay. My mouth too dry. I ain't got time for that. But I got a friend for you. Okay. I got some friends. I love my whole friends. Shout out to my whole friends that save me all the time. Because I used to have them selling both cracks. Okay? The real crack and the butt crack. Go friends. Anyway, damn, I loved my life. But really, I fucking hated it, for real. Like, I don't wish that shit on my worst enemy. I really don't wish dope. Heroin, I do not wish that on my worst fucking enemy. Crack is just... Ooh, baby, just strap in for the ride, because it's never enough. One's too many and 1,000's never enough. And I learned that. But anyway, let me get back to when I was a crackhead. So, since that was just so far long ago. Anyway, so back to, I was selling the dope, I thought I was El Chapo Jr. And one day, me and my friend, I'm not gonna put no names out there, because my friend, you know, well, one day, we was waiting on a plug, so we pulled up on a plug, and the plug wasn't ready for us. Okay, so we sitting in the car, but we're sick at this time. We is sick. And if anybody's ever been dope sick, like, sweating, shitting, throwing up, like, it got down to the point that, like, me and my friends, we was sharing packs for packs. Like, I even had to pull out the rig for this one, because I had to do a little bumpy bump just to keep myself well on the way to Baltimore. I'm speeding through an 80 and a 60 fucking ticket, because I ain't had no dope in a minute. So, yeah, anyway. So, we down there, we waiting on the plug. Well, the plug is waiting on his...
I can tell she's been on something. She's really finicky. Like, she can't sit, chick. Like, you can tell. And she says she's only been 7 months, but you can really, she's really finicky. Like, it's like, baby, it's a lot happening. But I gotta give you your respect, because the fact that, you know, you're trying to get a better life. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to do your thing. 7 months, yes. Congratulations to you, because baby, that I feel like small accomplishments needs to be won. Like, I know some people are like, oh, 7 months is nothing. It is. Okay. All right. 7 months is a huge accomplishment. So congratulations to you.
Like, sweating, shitting, throwing up. Like, it got down to the point that, like, me and my friends, we were sharing packs for packs. Like, I even had to pull out the rig for this one, because I had to do a little bumpy bump just to keep myself well on the way to Baltimore. I'm speeding through an 80 and a 60 fucking ticket, because I ain't had no dope in a minute. So, yeah, anyway. So, we down there, we waiting on the plug, well, the plug is waiting on his plug. Now that I look back, like, nigga, you wasn't the plug. Anyway, so we sitting in the car, and he like, yeah, it's only gonna be a second. He gonna give us some scramble. Has anybody ever heard of scramble? It is not eggs. It's not eggs, okay? Scramble is like a mixture of whatever the fuck's in the bottom of the bag. Let me just say that. So it was just enough dope to keep us well. I swear to God, I busted open this capsule. It had dope in it. It had pieces of weed in it. And I swear I would never forget this. I would never forget it. It even had a piece of hair in it. But you know what? I did it anyway. Okay? Anyway, yeah. So, and that wasn't enough. Person's still not here, so we getting fidgety in the back like, hey, I should have known this nigga's not the bug, because I got a pocket full of dust, boy. Like, he was just trying to keep us around. Anyway, pocket full of dust. Looking back, like, I did some dumb shit. I'm not proud of it, but I don't regret it, okay? Everything is a lesson. Anyway, so, as I'm doing this piece of hair follicle and whatever dust is in this capsule to keep myself well till my sack arrives, he like, the only thing else I got in my pocket right now, he was like, I got some hard. And I'm like, I'm thinking this nigga talking about dick, because they always talking about something. I got something for you, man. Yeah, whatever, nigga. So I'm like, I don't want none of that. Yeah. But he like, no, nah, it's some hard, it's some coke. Because I, personally, back then, I used to snort coke. But then I started shooting coke. Because once I put the dope in the rig, just throw it in a bag.
I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot. God damn it. Damn, this is a lot. Okay. Like, yo, if realness was a person, that's her. God damn it. Alright.
Just throw it in a bag. Everything went in there. When in doubt, I shot it out. I'm a shooter, but I'm not talking about with my gun. Okay. Anyway, so, and disclaimer, don't share needles with everybody, because nowadays the streets is safe. Okay, so my baby daddy called and interrupted the end of my thing. So I was wondering what happened to the last part of my crack chronicles. So anyway, let me try to pick up where I left off. So moral of the story is, he sent me in the store for a brown bag special. So I go in there, and Ling Ling like, what you want? How can I help you? I'm not being racist, just really what she said. And I was like, he sent me in here for a brown bag special. Look, me trying to beg it all incognito. So she like, oh, I got you, girl. So she pulls out the brown bag special. She like, you need this too? And she pulls out the pot scrubber. And I'm like, I'm not finna do no dishes, but I guess. And so this lady pulls out Newport Honey Box. She like, I put these in here for you. And she's really trying to be sneaky about it. But not really, but kinda. So I'm like, okay. And lo and behold, she got the glass roses. Now, mind you, now looking back, them ain't nothing but some stems. Okay, they're nothing but a good old-fashioned crack pipe. I don't know why they have those little decorative roses in there. Like, nobody uses those roses. I guess that's just the way to sell them in the store without getting in trouble. I don't know. But thinking about it, I seen a couple of them at my auntie house growing up. Yeah, like she was collecting them. She had boxes on boxes on boxes. But anyway, like, the less you know, the better, I guess. So she puts it all in there, and I go back. I go back and I'm like, secure the bag. Here I am skipping, not knowing I'm about to be, yeah, that part. And so, yes, now I have the brown bag special, and I have all the kit. The kit. Lo and behold, this will become like my Dora's backpack. You know how Dora and Backpack was besties for all her adventures? Yeah, that brown bag special was my bestie for like the next 10 years. Like, I ain't go nowhere without it. I ain't go nowhere without it. And for my friends that somehow had a missing pot scrubber after I came over, y'all wasn't doing dishes anyway. Y'all wasn't doing dishes anyway. But I may or may not have taken some because I had needs. Okay? And I was a fiend. I was a fine fiend, but I was a fiend nonetheless. And so I had to do what I had to do because, baby, ain't nothing gonna stop me from smoking. And so, inside that was the roses. It was the Troy, whatever you want to call it, and was the good OG crack lighter. You know, the color lighters that are like kind of see through. You could pop the top off and the flame go real high. Like, yeah, that part. Okay, so part 2 of why did I become a crackhead? Why, friends? Why? Like, all these things I could have did in life, and I decided to become a crackhead. Not some of my finest moments, but moments nevertheless. You know, I was out there. I had a ball. Like, I got some stories I'd never tell them. Maybe. But I got some motherfucking stories because when you be around motherfuckers that do crack, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Like, motherfuckers that do crack will do anything. I'm trying to tell you. And I have disclaimer. Let me put the disclaimer. The first 10 minutes of somebody getting high on crack and the last 10 minutes of somebody getting high on crack will show you the exact person that they is. Let me try to tell you. Because the first 10 minutes is how they gonna be. But the last 10 minutes will show you exactly what they'll do for that shit. Because when you realize you ain't got no more crack, your mind gets to scheming. And that's when people's true demons be coming out. Like, I done seen some shit. Anyway, but that's beside the point. Just don't do crack, friends. Just don't do crack. So, I'm back to the car with my little brown bag special looking like a kid on the way to lunch. I don't know. So, I'm feeling a little bit better. But I don't know what this dude's doing. So, he is fixing everything up, whatever the fuck it was. Now I know back in the day, and I could do this in 2.5 seconds because don't play with me. But he was burning the toy, putting it in there, putting a stem. Like, what I'm trying to tell you, that bag had crack pipe in it. Can I say crack pipe on here? Whatever, it had a motherfucking stem in there. And it had the toy. It had the original OG crack lighters. You know, the ones that see-through color ones. You pop it off the top and the flame go all the way. You know what I mean? Sometimes I burn my nose hairs, almost burn my eyebrows off. Thinking I even put 2 lighters. When I'm trying to tell you I was a demon. Like, yeah. But anyway, so, back to the crack. So anyway, I'm sitting in there in the back seat, just looking. At one point in time in my life, when I would be sitting in the back seat, my mouth would be watering because I'd be ready to get high. But even though it lasts 2.5 seconds, like, it's such a waste of money. It's such a waste of money. If I think about all the money that I spent on crack, I ain't even gonna mention it because my baby dad would put me the fuck out. Like, I really should not be in this apartment right now. Like, seriously. I don't know, crack is whack. Like Whitney says, crack is whack. Anyway, so I'm sitting in the back, So he put the little crack rock on there. Mind you, I'm still not processing that this is a crack rock. Okay, and that at this point in time, my whole life was finna change. So, anyway, he passed it to my friend. Of course, I'm gonna put my friend out there first. Shout out to my bitch. Because she always take one for the team. I'm trying to tell you, that's my dog. Anyway, so, my big titty friend, I'm pretty sure she hit it on first, right? And handed it to me, but she OG, so it don't matter what the fuck she hit. She gonna act like that shit don't phase her, like, knowing damn well her joke was probably like, yo, bruh. But anyway, so, no bullshit. All right, so anyway, my friend, and then she like, now I'm thinking about it like, damn, I should have been like, bitch, you just spoke some crack. But anyway, so she like, I'm all right. I noticed that she didn't die. Like, nothing's wrong with her. Like, she's not automatically running around itching, feeding. Because most people insinuate that if you smoke crack, you going to suck dick and steal. And I told a lot of people that I turned on, mind you, and it's the worst thing I could ever do in my life. And I do know that I'm a very shitty person for this. I used to turn people on to crack to benefit me.
You know, sometimes I really thank God for my life. Because first of all, I'm not easily influenced. So I'm a type of person, if I do certain things, it's because I want to, right? So I don't, like I told you, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I had like I think I smoked cigarette for a little bit. Like I told you, I just liked it because of my nails look nice. And I never did it right. And I had Black and Mild, which I just used to hold like this. I'm not even playing. And when the guy come around, I smoked weed like a couple of times. It just wasn't my vibe. So I'm not a type of person. Anyways, I'm not a type of person who is easily influenced. Like, you can't influence me easily. Like, that's not just how I am. I'm not a type of person that you can come to me and be like, oh, Tasha, do crack, cocaine. Baby, that's why a lot of people think I'm bougie. Or if I don't bring that friend around. Because, baby, no. I already knew about crack. And exactly what she's saying, especially from New York. When I used to see crack heads that used to hang in the building and do crazy stuff, and we knew there were crack heads. And mind you, I wasn't born. I was born in New York, but I told you my custody order was from like I lived in New York for the summer vacations and like certain holidays. So I would automatically go to my dad. And my mom, I lived in Boston, so I lived in Boston and New York for a while. My older age, Boston, mostly because my dad wouldn't let me go out, which I understand now, because Brooklyn life was a different world, bro. Like, that's a different world. My dad would not let nobody talk to me. I wasn't allowed to go outside. I wasn't allowed to play with friends. If I'm going outside, he has to be with me. But then I used to know, because my dad used to live in you know, those stone buildings. So I used to see the hood dudes in front of the house. I used to see, like, because my dad lived in the 5th floor. The 6th floor was the roof. And I'll hear people smoking and you know, go up down the stairs and tripping and gunshots. And, you know, there's certain things you, like, when you get older, you're like, oh, that was what's happening. People hanging on the stairs, the little emergency stair stuff, and doing dumbness and stealing stuff. So as a kid, and then when I got a little bit older, I started peeping like, oh, okay, now I get why my dad don't want me to go outside. Because, baby, if I was raised in the hood, it would have been a little bit different. Like, because I had both. I had Boston that was like Boston. No, that's why nobody in Boston preferred me, because when I actually went to New York, I think New York kind of molded me for real. Because when I was in middle school, at first I was in Boston a lot, you know, whatever. But now when I started going to New York and I started being around people, my cousins and family members, I'm like, yo, people in Boston is nothing. Baby. It mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it made me like, when they try to be hood, I was not scared of you. When you try to have your little, nothing. Like, the real hood people still didn't scare me. I didn't have no fear. I didn't care, because compared to New Yorkers who was really New York, like, some New York dudes would pass by and you would know, like, yeah, this person done some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. It's like a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're raised in certain places. But I'm just so happy, like, I never encountered people that could put me on, because I'm not easily influenced. You cannot tell me, Tasha, here, hit that. First of all, Haitians are, you smoking the quack. So crack was known bad. Even weed, cigarette, whatever. But crack, Haitians made it like in your brain, you don't smoke that quack. You're a quack. Like, you smell like crack. Like, that's all they say. So maybe I already knew crack was bad. It's when I came out the womb, they told me about crack. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the type of person who's easily influenced, and I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful, because baby, when I see people like that's on drugs, and no matter, even if you're reformed, you're never gonna be normal. Your mouth is gonna move away. You're gonna act away. I don't know. I feel like sometimes when certain things are in your system, you react, you're different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not, like, I can look at somebody and be like, oh yeah, something's a little off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can. You know what I'm saying? Especially around Massachusetts, if you Boston, Mass Ave, the crackheads are crackheading. Not no shade. It's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And you'll have people that's talking and they're leaning towards you. Can I get $1? And start leaning and bouncing up. Like, it's a crazy world. So it's just, I'm just so happy that I was never that sad. or I was never that. I don't know, because I don't know what makes you do it. I don't know what. Like, I don't.
You know, like, I'll give them a hit, turn them on, just so I know, because I can spend their bread, or I can make them do what I wanted to do. And at the end of the day, that shit ruins people's life. So if I ever did that to you, I would like to apologize, because I ain't shit. Okay, I ain't shit. So anyway, so I realized she didn't start sucking dick, and she didn't start stealing nothing. So I'm like, oh, my dog all right. So what's up? Let me get some. So I'm in the back looking like Pipehead Polly. Probably, you like this, you know, looking dumb. But anyway, so my bitch handed me the shit, I hit it, and I can't really remember, because I didn't smoke so much crack, so whatever. I can't really remember my first hit, but I do know that I used to shoot coke, so shooting coke, like the rush of that, like feeling the gas in your face, and I'm sorry if I'm triggering anybody, because anybody in addiction knows, like, just to change, your whole body changes. So with the crack, I do remember feeling like high, but I just realized it wasn't that long. But I didn't realize that the fuck is the point. Like, that is why crack is so fucking stupid. It's because, like, it hits you hard, it hits you fast, and that shit is gone. And there's never enough, bro. There's never enough. Like, my dumbass would try to buy 50s instead of buying a ball or a half or a quarter or an ounce. Knowing damn well, like, I probably touched that shit in a day or two. But I'd rather spend... We not talking about it no more. Anyway, I fucked them pandemic checks up. Stop playing with me. Like, little, do my baby daddy know that I was getting a lot more than he thought I was, and that shit was going from Wednesday to Wednesday. But, once again, not my finest points in life, but you can't do nothing now, no more, baby daddy. It's gone. It's gone. In case you ever see this, I'm sorry. Okay? Okay? I gave him some money now that I'm clean, so whatever. Whoop-de-fucking do. How about that? So... the chase. I didn't feel the chase. Like, I wasn't like, oh my God, let me get another hit of crack. Because once again, when you say it out loud, it sounds dumb as fuck. I wasn't like, bitch, give me some more crack. But at some point in my life, I was, for real. I used to have these things I call crack attacks. Like, don't play with me. Don't. That was not something to play with. Okay, if I was having a crack attack, get the fuck. Because I'm not fucking playing. Run me my shit. Like, I used to be evil. So, now, mind you, I never did rob my mama. Everybody else is free game now. For real. Because crack, I lost so many friends over crack, like, did more than any drug, even with, but it's just crazy because it was crack. Like, I really didn't want to argue or lose my friends over crack. Like, just saying that is so whack. Like, really, if you ask me, if I got it, yo, I'm busting down crumb for crumb, my nigga. We will share a push if we got to. Like, it's whatever. But motherfuckers used to do me dirty, bro. Do me dirty. Like, if I put a little crumb right here, and it's me and you in here, and my crumb gone, who the fuck smoked it? Casper? Like, and you over there like this, was me? Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to tell you, bitches be shicey. But, anyway, I didn't feel no chase. And so, I thought everything was good. Mind you, so we went about our day. Everything worked out. So, eventually, we started on our little trips back and forth. Because, mind you, I'm still addicted to dope at this time. On our little trips back and forth, we realized it was a lot easier to buy a little bit of crack. Because I didn't want to carry around needles and shit on the trip. Like, that's more paraphernalia. Like, we get pulled. Like, where am I going to put that? So, we just going to get some crack. All right. Lord, I'm still trying to adjust to this. But, we decided we would get some hard on the way back so that we would stay up, because it was like a 2.5 hour drive to re-up every time we was doing it. And at some point in time, we was going like every day, a couple times. Never mind. Allegedly, we was going like every day, All right. So, we would get high because we had to get well. And so we do the dope. And so, of course, instead of us nodding out on the way back, we like how we gonna stay up. So we hit the joint on the way back. So then we start smoking crack on the way back. And everybody was like, y'all dumb bitches smoking crack. And we was like, shit, we don't care. Like, shout out to my bitch, for real. I really hope you do see this one day. Cause shout out to you, bitch. I remember one time me and my bitch was coming back down from the wave. It's in the middle of the snow. When I'm trying to tell you, this was in my full blown. No, I wasn't full blown yet. I was still a baby crackhead. This is when I was trying to be cute and I was like, can I get a little tester? Like I was acting like I was getting cracked for somebody else, but really it was me. But so let me make another one. Now let me just tell y'all about what this bitch did. So one time we went down there and it was in the middle of the fucking snow. Like when I'm trying to tell you, it's a snowstorm, but when it comes down to dope, don't play with me because I'm not finna be sick. So we drove all the way down there and we in this bucket. But it don't matter, yo. So we make it down, we coming back, right? Allegedly. And I'm telling her,
I like when she says allegedly. Like you ain't got no proof. Ain't no proof, you don't know. Allegedly. I don't blame her. You ain't gonna try to this ain't gonna backfire on me. I don't blame you, sis. Allegedly.
Because it's snowing outside. This bitch, I don't even know what she did. I don't know what she did, but somehow we ended up hitting a guardrail and we lost the whole fucking tire. How the tire pop off the motherfucking car? When I say ride till the wheels fall off, we did. And we didn't give a fuck. Like, we called another ride and was like, yo, we got something if you come get us, da-da-da. Like, but it's just crazy. And I'm like, bitch, you better push this joint to Virginia because I'm not about to get stopped in Maryland with yada, yada, yada. And so we did. We made sure we was in Virginia. Like, when I say we was riding on rims, my nigga. But anyway, we made it. Shout out to my bitch. Shout out to my bitch. All right, I don't even know where I'm at. This is like part 3, and I really did not mean to get into it like this. I was just trying to tell y'all how I became a crackhead. So anyway, we rode till the wheels fell off, like whatever. So at this point in time, we just getting whatever for whatever because I need to make sure I'm censoring myself because this should be suspect. So it's just to keep us up on the way home. At that point in time is when I started getting in trouble. So one time we got popped on the way back. We ended up anyway, so we made it out. Woo! Like the jails ain't shit. Let me just tell you that because how was I getting I wasn't about to be sick. Let's just say I wasn't about to be sick outside or inside jail. Anyway, so that was the first time we got hit. So since we got hit then we started getting in a pre-trial, so we had to get clean because when I said we was on the dope bad, we was on the dope bad. So like we try and get clean, like that shit was for the birds. Like I know for a fact I only got clean when I got booked. Like at one point in time I didn't get no bonds no more. And like I remember calling. Okay, so let me try to wrap this up where I can hurry the fuck up because I'm over it. So when I got locked up for the last time with no bonds, I got to call my dad, and rest in peace to that sweet man's soul, and tell him that I don't have a bond this time, but at least I can get clean. Because I was struggling so hard. Like, I really did try. At one point in time, we thought that we could shoot methadone and still piss clean. But at this point, we was doing anything. I really think that we was just doing anything. Like, we didn't really know. Like, we just so happened to get thrown into the game real fast, and we just ran with it out the gates. And so, my dad was like, get clean. What are you talking about? And so I didn't tell him I was on dope, but I was just like, get clean, because he really had no idea. So, yeah, when we got in trouble, and it was in the newspaper, like, people treated my dad like shit. Like, they were like, oh my God, you were the worst parent.
Yeah, that sounds right. But I feel like, even when I watch like social media, when people get in trouble or if somebody does something bad, it's like the parent goes through it. Like, who do you think like you'll watch I don't want to use certain examples because people are like, and they are. Yeah, there's certain things. Kids are bad, but I feel like people in this world make it seem like people are not human. Like, you can't make mistakes, and if your child makes mistakes, that's on you. That's your fault. Like, I know people that have parents that was phenomenal. Like, I know for a fact that they raised their kid, they were there for their kid, they supported their kid, they bought the kid everything, bought the kid the first job, and the child ended up being a person that will grape a kid and slice them up. You can meet people and be the best parent, But it's not all I can. Sometimes it's where the kid goes. All you can do is raise the kid. And I think a lot of people need to give parents grace too. Just because your child's in jail doesn't make a person a bad person. I know people that came out of jail and it's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes God has to put you in a situation and you have to kind of crawl out of it. And the devil's going to keep messing with you, keep throwing dope, keep doing things, and it's up to you to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I think that's like, and I was that type of person who would judge people, right? I would always be, oh, what kind of, oh my God. Like, but then sometimes like, it's not the parent's fault. Or sometimes if the parent supports the child, they're mad. Oh, she should rot in jail. That's still their kid. And I'm not an advocate for, oh, you're hurt and whatever. But if my kid does do something, right? I'm still going to love my kid. That's my kid, right? I'm still going to try to be there for you as much as I can. But I have to let you go through the consequence. I am not going to be that mother. You're going to be going to jail in and out, and you're doing crazy shit. I can love you from a distance. But sometimes your karma will be me not being part of your life. You know what I'm saying? I could pray for you. I can love you. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to go through that pit. And I noticed that people are so judgmental. That's why people don't go, yo, especially the church. Yo, I see why sometimes a lot of people serve the devil. No shade. I know people are going to be like, oh, I believe in God. But the church people were the worst people to me. Every church person that claimed to be the church people were the worst people. It's the people who served the devil that treated me nice, that gave me food, that made sure me and my kids was okay, that brought life to me. No shade. But it's real. Every church person blamed me. Oh, you got 2 baby daddies. Oh, you're not even married. Why are you not married? God said you're going to go to hell. You're going to go this. You're going to go that. Okay, Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm not holy thou. But how do you know my future? You don't know who I am. You don't know what my mistake is. God made me go through these mistakes on purpose. I had to go through these because maybe I am a testimony for a person who is down and out. If somebody can look at me like, dang, Tasha had 2 baby daddies. 2 baby daddies that she lost everything 2 times, maybe 3 now, because maybe we don't know what's happening now. She still can dress up and look nice and still go to work and still care and still be her parent. I can do it. I can do it. Sometimes somebody's testimony, somebody could look at her and be like, dang, if she can go sober, I can too. You don't know what the person's testimony is. Do you know my testimony? That's why some people, they'll sleep with husbands and they'll go through stuff and they become the best person they are. And people will still hold the past. Oh, how's she rich? What kind of God is that? And she was sleeping with Michael and Mrs. Dudley's husband. You don't know people's testimony. Who am I to judge? I got 2 baby daddies. I always tell people that. That's why since I do these story times, when I make jokes, I laugh. And I always say, who am I to judge you? I got 2 baby daddies. Maybe I could be, like Kevin Samuel says, I am expired. Who would want me? I got 2 baby daddies. 2 of them. I learned from one and I went to the second that was even worse. That's a trash in the garbage. Who am I to judge you? Even when people ask me for advice, I always go, who am I to judge you? Like they'll cry about, oh, I'm going back to my man. Who am I to judge you? You know what I'm saying? Like, people, man.
Ever got like they got bad training, bad home training. Like these kids is pieces of shit. Because when we all got in trouble, we was young, and literally my dad had no idea. And so that's the fucked up part, because people just hear something and run with it. Like when I say I was doing whatever I was doing, my dad had no fucking idea. He had no fucking idea. Like I had people pulling up, and as long as they brought him a pack of cigarettes and some soda, like that's all he thought they was doing was dropping that off. He had no idea. So yeah, I did what I did, and the people is right. Like I was definitely poisoning the community. So, and I 100% agree with me going to jail, because I was doing shit that was killing people. You know, like I was bringing that to people, and they could be dying. So like, it is my fault. So I definitely get that. But my dad had no idea. He had me in church classes. I was in ballet. Like, I was in soccer. Like, you look at me and my background at that point in time, you would have never ever thought that I had my hands in some heroin. So for my dad to go through all that, it was fucked up. So just so you know, y'all people's fucked up, and I still run that fade to everybody that says something about my daddy. Anybody that says something about my daddy can catch these hands, especially now that he's gone. Play with me if you want to, but that's beside the point. Let me not get on here threatening people, because I have tried to change my life. And so I remember being in jail, and it was the first time I was ever dope sick, because I had it all the time. Like, so I never had, I mean, being sick on the way down there was like a little couple minutes, something like that. But actually being sick and like getting clean, detoxing, never did it. Never, ever. Until I was locked up and I didn't get back out. I think I was locked up for like 9 months straight that time. And that was my first time in jail. And so, like, when I say I was in there skinny as a motherfucker, my drawers was swinging in the wind. Like, I could part my legs and swing my drawers in the middle. That's how skinny I was. Like, 00 ain't have shit on me. I don't know. I was just nothing but skin and bones between the dope and the crack. And so I spent 3 days in the medical cell. Mind you, fuck RSW. Like, y'all some shit. People be dying up in there. Like, one of my friends just died up in there. Like, y'all don't be doing shit. Like, where is NBC, CNN, with ABC when we need it? Because y'all need to watch out for that fucking jail. That jail is some dumb shit. Like, they left me back there for like 3 days. When I say they barely checked on me, I remember at one point in time, I was shitting and throwing up at the same time. Like, how was it coming out both holes? I don't know, but they did. And I remember drinking a milk bag and eating some peaches. And when I threw up, the milk was curdled. It came out like cottage cheese. Like, what the fuck? And so I'm thinking that Jeffrey the butler was coming by to clean it up, because I literally puked in the whole fucking sick cell. And it was everywhere. That shit stank, but really, I just want to go back to sleep. My legs was running a marathon. Like, it was awful. And Jeffrey the butler never came. But what the fuck y'all got trustees for? They literally left me in there with my shit, my puke all on the floor for days. Like, so RSW, you're not shit, and I'm never paying for that tablet that's broke. Y'all can, yeah. And so after that, I promised myself I was never ever going to get high on dope again, because I don't wish that shit on my worst enemy. Dope is the devil, for real. And so I never did. I've been clean ever since. But mind you, I did hit a piece of crack one time and died. Like, how that happens, I have no idea, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But I literally hit it one time, and I woke up, and the ambulance was around me, and the people was like, man, we just had a Narcan you. And I'm waking up like, Narcan? What are you talking about? Because I've been clean for like 7 years at that point. They was like, yeah, man, we Narcan you. And I was in my head, I'm like, well, Narcan me off crack, da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's crazy. And my plug didn't even know that it had it in there. Because I was like, nigga, what you give me, a snitch bag? Like, put my dick in the dirt. Like, one hit. Now, my other friend, she was all right when she hit the shit, because she was dibbling dabbling in both worlds. But me, I was straight a coke connoisseur at that time. Okay? That's a fancy word for crackhead. In case you didn't know. You know, there's levels to this shit, young boy. But, yeah, so she didn't die, and I did. And thank God she was there, because everybody else ran. And a couple people stuck around, and they called the ambulance, and I woke up soaking wet with Narcan in my body. And so, like, it fucked me up in the head, because how did I just die in this trailer in West Virginia that nobody knows? And they definitely would have thought that I OD'd off heroin, and everybody would have thought I was back on that shit, but left my kids, like, my obituary would have been fucked up.
Oh, she really died, and they saved her. Oh, I thought she was being funny. Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Oh, why you want to take that thing? Dang. Now imagine. Oh, yo, that thing gave me chills up my spine. That's mine. Don't worry about it. What is it? Oh. Why do I want to take stuff that kill you? Like, maybe it's just like the rush. I think, like, who was I talking to? I think my sister, was it? No, I think it was the recent dude I was talking to, and he was talking about, I think it was him and my sister, because they're both Tauruses, and they said like they like doing certain things, like speeding, or like certain things, like that rush of like death is like exciting. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, oh yeah. When he was like talking like that, I said, yeah, this time, my time is done here. It's time to go. But no, I think it wasn't him. Is it him? No. I don't know, but I know it was a tourist. I know my sister said that too, because when I was telling her, she agreed, but it wasn't him. Maybe there was another tourist that was telling me. No, it was him. It was him, because it was him who was telling me, yeah, that's like he likes like adventurous stuff, right? Like he likes the rush. So some people like stuff like that, like just the rush of like excitement. I am very like, I'm an overthinker, so I'm a type of person like if I took, I'm like, if I take this, I will die. Or do you think I would die? Like I'm like that. Even like if you're a person that's rolling up certain, like that's why I couldn't get into the weed thing, because I didn't like the way I felt. I didn't like the high. I don't like it. I know people like it to numb them, but I start being schizophrenic in my brain, bro. I start thinking about things, and I'm like, yo, what if this place catches on fire? And it catches on fire, like I'm crazy. Like, you know, there's certain things I know I can't. You know, I can't. I don't like the feeling of being high. I don't like the feeling of not having control of myself. I don't like drinking. I don't like that numb feeling. I don't like it. I don't like how I feel. I like having control of myself. You know what I'm saying? Because my brain, I'm an overthinker already.
A couple people stuck around and they called the ambulance, and I woke up soaking wet with Narcan in my body. And so, like, it fucked me up in the head, because how did I just die in this trailer in West Virginia that nobody knows? And they definitely would have thought that I OD'd off heroin, and everybody would have thought I was back on that shit, but left my kids like, my obituary would have been fucked up. So I'm glad, thank you Jesus, that I'm still here, because I had some angels looking out for me, and I will always love this girl, because she literally did save my life. I like, my plug didn't even know that was in a, like, what? And he had thrown me something, so next thing you know, imagine how many bodies I would have had under my belt, because I'm the queen of, like, Oprah giving out crack for everybody. Here, a hit for you, a hit for you. Like, what? I'll be under the jail with that bag. So, story for another time. But other than that, I've never ever touched the dope ever since. So when I got out, I was stuck on, I'm not going back to that. And I just ran with the cocaine. And getting good powder around yonder where I'm at is few and far between. You're really getting a batch of meth mixture, okay? And you really can't tell the difference except for the burn. And so I wasn't really fucking with that. And so I just started smoking crack. I was like, whatever, I'm just going to hit the stem. I'm already used to it. So, and it was down. It was gone. It was up from there, okay? It wasn't up. It was all downhill from there. But to the races I went, and I have been a crackhead ever since. Coke connoisseur, okay? Coke connoisseur. But yes, it sucked. It really did suck. And I'm just now getting my shit together. Just because I don't want to do that no more. The life sucks. Like, you're always exhausted. You're always tired. Like, it's never enough. So you're always trying to figure out where to go, where from here. And I was always like, let me try to do something to benefit my family. So I'm constantly trying to, like, come up off the shits. And I never came up. Like, every now and then I did. But I had such a bad habit that if I didn't send my money, boom, straight to my baby daddy for my kids, like, I always had this, is it worth it? Let me flip it and reverse it type shit and try to become a millionaire off these crumbs. And it just never happened. It never happened. I mean, I had a pack of Pampers every now and then, and I was always like, I'm not coming home tucking my tail. Like, I'm coming home with something for my family, so it don't look like I was just running these streets for the past 18 years. And it didn't. So I'm in recovery court now, and that's what's helped me, dead ass. Like, recovery court, I don't know if y'all ever.
She's lucky she has a good baby daddy. That's one blessing. Because my baby daddy, especially the two, baby, if I was on drugs, both, nigga, I ain't gonna talk shit. My first one, I think, would be worse than the second one, no lie. The second one, he'll go a little bit hard, but he'll still, if he didn't have the devil that he has now with her, because that's the name we all call her now, because the stuff I heard what she did to, what I heard recently, nah, I'm not effing with my ex with that girl. What he did to, there's some stuff I just heard this weekend on their trip. Thank God I didn't bring my son. Thank God. But I don't think she would do anything to my kid, because I think my baby daddy would kind of check her with me. No matter. I think she would check her with me. But baby, I'm sorry. Until she gone, I'm sorry. I don't know. But anywho, I want to stop talking about that one. But anyways, if the second one, the first one I think would be worse than the second, because my baby daddy number one really loves my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And his mother is obsessive, and they don't like me for real. So if I was on drugs, I would never see my daughter again. My son's family would still have me come around, here and there, if he didn't have this girl. But maybe now with him, the girl now, that she don't want none of us around, okay? She don't even want him to be part of the baby's life. But if I wasn't around, I think he would take custody, but I wouldn't be able to see her until she's gone. Because, you know, she's one of those girls that don't want the baby mama around and doesn't want him to be part of his kid's life. Like, she'll pretend, but I think she really hates his kids for real. Like, I think she needs, like, she's those type of girls, like, because her man is not taking care of her son. Like, her baby daddy's not taking care of her daughter. So I think she wants my baby daddy to, like, stop taking care of the kids. Like, she's those type of girls, like, baby, don't argue. If she wants the kids, let her have the kids. That she's those type of girls. Because anyways, but, and I'm happy, like, I love when, you know, sometimes, like, I'll make jokes or I'll talk shit, like, my baby daddy's this, my baby daddy's that, my baby daddy's this, my baby daddy's that. But I love the fact that everyone is seeing it. Because sometimes when you talk, it makes it seem like you're bitter, right? I am bitter with it because my money is still not paid to me. Until my baby daddy and they pay my money back, we'll be fine. But after that, I will be bitter about my house, but I am trying to forgive. I am, right? I'm trying to move on from it. But I'm just so happy now. Everyone who's talking shit is like, I'm like, I thought I was the crazy baby mother. I am the crazy one, don't worry about it. But she's lucky she has a baby daddy that supports her, because both of my baby daddies would have took my kid. I would never see my kids. They would have told everybody Tasha is a crackhead and she's a bad mother. Especially the first one. Oh, my baby daddy's mom. Oh man, she would love it. Her and that daughter. Oh, my Tasha's a crackhead, and Tasha, look at the diet, and she does not deserve her mother, and she's not allowed to come around her. I wouldn't even be able to come around my daughter ever in my life. My son's father, if he didn't meet her, like with the old one, but I think my son's father's on drugs too. So, I think that's what's affecting him. I think he is, something's off. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the old him, like, whatever, he would have tried with me. He would have still, like, Tasha, your son. But now, he would have took her. He would have took my son, and I would never see my son. And he would have told my son, your mom's a crackhead and she doesn't love you. You know what I'm saying? But the old baby daddy that I knew, he would have protected me. He would have told my son, like, you know, this is your mom and she's going through things. He would have protected me more. You know what I'm saying? So, but she's lucky she has a baby dad that still held her down and still had her back and still had hope. Because I'll be honest, I wouldn't have support like that. They would let me die in the street. Like, let me die. Both my baby daddies, no shade. Even though they love their kid, but they hate me. They don't really give a fuck about me for real. You know what I'm saying? They respect me because I have my daughter's father respect me because I have my daughter. My son's father don't care. If I died, he'll be like, yo, did she leave in any life insurance money for Jeremiah? So she didn't leave no life insurance, but I already have. I have a will, especially for my son's father. So if something happens to me, I always say this on records. If something happens to me, my son's father is not allowed. But my sister is the beneficiary, so is my daughter. So if anything does happen, I'm trying to do like something like you pay like certain amount, but if something does happen, my son's father is never allowed to touch anything. So they will be in charge of any income that goes to Jeremiah. So if Jeremiah needs shoes, sneakers, whatever, they'll buy it. He's not allowed to take any of his money, any of his college fund. They will be in charge of that. Everything is going to be in order. But my daughter's father, I already know my daughter will be good. So I don't have no problem with them. So my daughter, whatever. But if something does happen to me, my daughter's in charge of everything with my son. So is my sister, but mostly my daughter. because she already hates him, so I already know, like, there'll be no joke. Like, if he's going through homelessness, that has nothing to do with you. If you gotta take over your brother, you take over your brother, but do not help with income, do not help with anything. Food, you have to drop the food. I ain't being funny, okay? Because that dude will rob my son blind, okay? She is lucky she got a good baby daddy, because I wish my baby daddy would have me in the street like, you heard Tasha's a quackhead. Did you hear that? quackhead, you know about it? Like, that would be me. I don't worry.
It's like the last straw. Okay, and if I fuck up, I got way more time over my head than if I would have sat my little dumb ass in jail. But I've always gotten out of jail and repeated the same process. Like, I'd be playing with probation, and it's only a matter of time before I'm back to the crib. And so, this time I was like, let me do something different, and I started the program. And the program's so fucking strict that fuck up if you want to. Like, so that's not an option for me. And so, thank God, by the grace of God, and my dad being my guardian angel, I am still clean to this day. And I just don't fuck around with the fuck around, so I won't fuck around and get smoked, or fuck around and smoke. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and some more of the story is crack is fucking wiggity whack. It sucks, don't do it. And anyway, life's great, pussy still good, still eating cake, wishing that a bitch would. I got my foot up on their neck, as a bitch should. Let's go.
To hear that you're doing well, and I know, you know, sometimes God gotta scare you straight. Some people still don't learn, but I'm happy that you're learning and you have a good support system. Your baby daddy like, even I don't give a damn. I don't know what kind of dude he is, but kudos to him for stepping up, taking care of your kids, having your back still till now. That even having a place for you to live, like, sometimes you gotta give respect when respect is due. And I don't know him for real. I don't know what type of dude he is, but that alone, that's respect. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Thank you for the viewer's choice. If you guys have any stories, I am going to leave the email, or you can hit me on Instagram or TikTok, wherever you want, and just let me know. Or you can even put it on my notification post like, hey girl, go check this one out, baby. I'm trying to do, I know some people are like, dang Tasha, I miss your longer story time. I don't have a computer, so sometimes the long ones is a little bit hard for me to do, but I'll try. I'm gonna try to figure it out, and I'm going through a lot right now. I don't even want to explain because I believe God has a plan for me. I really do, but sometimes I just want to cry. And I'm like, you know what, Tasha, you have a great community, and I owe this to you, and I apologize for not being there. So thank you for all you guys who have subscribed to me. Thank you for watching the story time. Check her out if you want to hear more stories from her, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.